Hey guys, it's Juicer 5000. Today I'm going to show you how to put on a 3-point hitch category 0 on a 82 series tractor. This is my 782, the yellow and white one. I switched tires from the red 782 and I took the 3-point hitch off of it because I got it up front for sale and I didn't want any of this to go with it. This hitch new from Extreme Motorworks, which is where I got this one, is I think it's like just over $500. That's with the shipping and so on. You get everything pictured here, obviously not dirty like this because this was on the other tractor. And I also painted it black, so that's kind of why you see some stuff in it, like where that hitch was. I put on the hitch that I had made, and I didn't bother doing much work to it because it's all gonna get marked up anyway. But at least it's not red. That's that red drawbar that was on it. It looks pretty good, all black. And over here drying now, I got a toolbox and some mounts. Those two flat pieces of steel there go under the seat, and the hook there pivots on one of the bolts that holds the toolbox on, and the hook there is to hold the third link up when you're not using it. And I'll show you how I got my idea here. The Ford 2120 has this setup on it. Here's the arm. There's the toolbox. So when you're not using your third link, you swing this arm out and the third link just hooks in it, so it's not flopping around everywhere. If you were going to keep the third link on the garden tractor, it would actually be almost touching the ground. So I took the idea from Ford there. I just made a mini version of it, and it should work. I had it on there before. I just shortened my loop there and so on. Yeah, this is Magic Gloss Black. This looks pretty nice. It's Rust-Oleum white primer, and this is Magic Gloss Black paint. I know some people have issues with this paint working. I myself haven't really had a single issue with it not sticking, and it actually looks pretty good. I mean, it's still kind of wrinkly, but that's how my tractors come out. And if you let that dry and maybe do 2 coats, you might get a little bit flatter, but a lot of the work is in the primer, and the paint's probably wrinkly because of the primer being wrinkly. But I just don't put that much prep time in, because no matter what, the tractors still come out looking pretty nice, as you can tell. But anyway, let's get on to doing this 3-point hitch. This is probably going to be a long video, but I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions on how stuff mounts and so on. So the first thing you got to do is you got to take off your hitch that's on your transmission on the bottom there, and you're gonna have some oil leak out. As you can see, this one did a little bit, not much, but a little bit. So the first thing you're gonna want to do, we're gonna grab our big mount here, grab our bolts, okay, and one thing you're gonna want to do right away is you're going to want to unbolt your fender pan. You're going to want to unbolt your, let me get the camera out here. You're going to unbolt your tunnel cover. You're going to take your seat off, and you're going to unbolt the fenders here. And what you're going to do on this CCC made Cubs anyway, you get your tranny fill here. I unscrewed the cap, picked the fenders up, put the cap back on, and that way this lifts the fenders up, because you need some finger room in there to get behind your plate here and get your nuts and bolts on. And luckily the nuts are they got the like the lock washer built onto it, and it's not too bad. I'm wondering if I'm gonna have to move this wire. I'm not sure yet. I think I'm gonna have to. So I don't know. I gotta see if I can just undo it, or if I do have to take it off, I probably will. Well, let's see what happens. Okay, so you guys can see. Okay. Alright, so we're going to take the plate. Just make sure it's going to fit first. Okay, so this mounts on the inside. So I don't think that wire is going to be an issue. But you will have to take off the 2 bottom bolts that go into the tranny. Where is this? So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Okay. That one. Make sure you put them both in the right side. Although they're the same. Same length. Both sides are the same. Okay, there's your 2 bolts. Now you can put them on first. It might be the easiest way. So we're going to pick this up. And our wire is going to be cut off. Actually, both wires are going to be cut off. No problem. Just unhook that one. I believe this one just comes out of here. Yep. Okay. But I'll have to re-splice that one on. See, I ripped it off. Oh well, I could do that after. That's not a big deal. Oh, I see what they did. Okay. Well, we're gonna put this wire up here. This wire is already bunched up. We're gonna put it around the clamp. Alright, so now pick this up. Make sure your wires aren't run through the frame, because it's gonna have that problem I just had. We're gonna put this bolt in the tranny. Put this bolt in the tranny. If I can find the damn hole. There you go. Okay. Pick it up. Okay. And always put all your bolts in before you tighten everything, because it's going to be a fun job trying to get them all lined up. Let's see, you got to go any more. Okay, it's that one. There you put my ratchet right in the oil. Let's see, which one of these is it? This one. There's your finger room right there. Let me use my head. And if you gotta put like a block of wood or something, you know, you can do that too. You just gotta lift the fenders up just a little bit. was gonna say, I hope that was all dust and not paint. Alright, you can see them things, that's as high as they go, so they shouldn't touch the fender pan unless you really do something wrong. Alright, the hardest one you guys are probably gonna have a problem with. You see you got the 2 bolts there, and this one up here, this one way in there, that small hole there, you gotta get a bolt in there. Same on this side. Put you back up here. Come on. Trying to do this sitting down. Alright, we're gonna shorten this so you guys can get in there better. Gonna be a long video, but it's worth it. Okay, so you can see in there, my arm still might be in the way, but I feel like I gotta go in or up or both or out. What way we go here? Oh, we gotta thread it in. Alright, now that's a fun one there. That one you gotta let me yeah, you think you do have to take the battery out? I removed it without doing that. I think we're gonna do this. Take our wrench here. And I don't think it caught yet. Ah, that's fun. Let's put you over here then. Alright, we got caught. I don't know if I can spin it on my hand. Whew. We're gonna switch to a short 9/16. Now you should be able to at least get your finger on the thing and hold it. Alright. That's the smart way to do it, instead of pulling the battery. Then we're gonna come on this side. Where are you guys looking? Do the same thing on this side. Except we gotta go. Which way do we gotta go now? Go up. 3 bolts on this side. I wouldn't think this would be off so much. Just that little bit. This isn't even the hard one yet. Okay, and this one way in here. I mean, something could be slightly off here, either frame or 3-point. Could be anything. See, this side you gotta pull on, the other side you push. Alright, and we're gonna do the same exact thing here, except now there's a wire in the way. So here's a better challenge for you. Ah, yeah. Oh, no. Alright. Try not to drop the nut. Alright, let's do the easier ones here. That one. That one. Alright, let's try this again. I gotta take my hat off. There we go. Just can't turn the thing. I need another arm. But okay, is that? Reach your finger in there. Gotta go like this. Spin it on. Now you can tighten all of them. At least these are like captive nuts. Or they are captive nuts. No specific torque. Just put them on tight. Okay, it's that one. Everything here is a great spot. Where are you guys looking? I gotta set you back a little bit. You're probably staring at my arm for 5 minutes. Alright, there you go. Okay, there's that one. For that side. There we go. Okay. Alright. You got your 6 bolts on. You got 2 here, 1 up front further. Now we got to tighten up the 2 that go in the tranny here. You're going in, right? Am I seeing things? No. There we go. Gotta push in at the same time just because there's a little bit of tension on it now. There it is. Don't over tighten them because you can strip the aluminum if you're not careful. Of course, it's going to take quite a bit to strip them out, but you can. I never have. Okay. Here's the 3-point hitch plate. You got 2 bolts right there. You got that one up there. And there's the tranny bolt on the bottom right here. Wherever, right here. You gotta do that on both sides. Same thing. 2 bolts there. 1 bolt there. You got the arms are already on. They were welded on, or the lifts. Now, what you gotta do is you gotta take your lift rod here, Okay, here's your lift rod. Big slot here goes out because when you're lifting up, it's gonna have a float. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna stick the rod through the frame. Goes right in. Obviously it's gonna get all scratched up, but what are you gonna do about it? Okay, so that goes in there. Now we're gonna go up front. Gotta do a few things up front here. Alright, I'm gonna do it on this side. Alright, we don't have to raise it all the way up. Hope you guys can see in there though. Yeah, I think you guys can see in there. Move it a little bit more here. There we go. Alright. Now what you're gonna do, you got this pin here. I made this sweet looking wire here. Now we're gonna pull this pin here. If I can get this wire here. Okay, pull that out. Pop this pin out. Now, in order to pop this pin out, there's a big hole right in the frame here, and that has to line up to pull the pin out. Okay, so now what you want to do, you're going to take the lift rod here. If you guys can see this, you get the lift rod here, and what you do is you bring this up and put it behind your lift bracket here. If you guys can see this, now you take the supplied pin here's the new pin, here's the old pin, a little bit longer. So what you're basically doing is you're tying in the lift arm to the lift cylinder here. Now if you got everything lined up, you should be able to push that right through and put on the new cotter pin. This is kind of beat, but same principle. Bend it more than that. That's still not what I wanted. Yeah. Okay. A little big, but that's what I had. Alright, now, when you lift up your mower deck, or whatever's on the rear of this thing, this is all going to lift up same time. So now, you got your lift bar tied into your hydraulic lift. That's how you do that part. Now you get to have fun again. We're going to come back down here. Okay. Let's see, which pin is it here? I believe it's the short one. I believe. Because these go in here, right? Yes. Okay. Making sure. Okay. Now, take these out of my pocket. We're going to come down here. You see your lift rod right here? You have a pin, and you have a big hole right here. Whoop. Okay, we gotta get this over. Okay, so you got your arms up. You can see this here. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna slide this through the hole, put your lift rod up, And there you go. That's how you get this in. Now, because the mower deck is all the way down, or to where I've had it set, this will be all the way down. So now we're gonna put this washer on, which this is pretty good. You better not have carpal tunnel if you're gonna do this. Why is it? I don't need a bug bugging me here. You're gonna take your cotter pin. Oh yeah, that's cool. I don't want to knock that off. You take your cotter pin. See if I can do this again. Alright, we're going to straighten this thing. This thing's fighting me too much. That's better. Okay, cotter pin. We go in this time. Alright, there's the cotter pin. Yeah. Alright, we're going to spin this around. I got some needle nose here. See if I can push this down here without. I'll pull it down. Actually, you can use regular ones. Alright, I gotta use my head again. I can't get in there and do it all one shot, one hand. There, okay. Now we're gonna bend this thing somewhat. So next time you want to get it out, you're not going to be able to get it out. Alright, now we can take this. There, okay. Alright. So now you got your lift rod, or lift bar, whatever you want to call it. Now you got that in. And the next step is to put on your bottom eyelet holders, whatever you want to call them, pins. Category 0 pin. I always had these right here. This is where I've had them. And I'm going to go get a wrench. Make sure you position these so that you can put your pins in. Let me go get a wrench. Or an adjustable wrench would be better. Fifteen 16ths. And a pipe wrench. Alrighty. 15 16ths. I grabbed a pipe wrench. I'll show you why. Well, that one's an easy one. Okay. 15 16ths. You could use a ratchet if you want, but you can put your pipe wrench on there. A little too big. Because you don't want this to turn. Like I said, if the holes end up being in a kind of an awkward spot, that makes the whole thing awkward to pin and unpin. let's use this then. Yeah. Okay, is that one still seeing? Okay. Opposite way. Alright, your bottom Cat 0 pins for your lift arms are on. Now, oops, you gotta think what holes you're gonna be using. You could set this back another one, you could set this up higher. I figured this was the best as it's the furthest out and the furthest down, and should allow me to do what I want to do. But you always can change it. Depending if you buy this exact same lift. This is the multi-use lift here, so that might make a difference. Now you got your arms. Now, trying to remember, they went this way because these have to be out and the hooks have to be out. So there's that. I'm gonna grab our pins. Alright, you got your eyelets, and you got your threaded goodies here. I don't know what you want to call them. Call them anything you want. Except they, gotta make sure they start good. There you go. Now for my tiller, 3-point hitch tiller purposes, I was doing these flush. But we're gonna go up a little bit. I'm gonna go about there. I'm gonna make the other one same exact thing. Yeah, of course that one starts first try. And these will rust, as you can see. This has been outside very little. That one's longer. Yeah, we're gonna make it longer. Okay. This. Now, here's the other thing you gotta do. There's a gap. There's a gap. You can just do it like this, which I guess would be the easiest way. Do that. Washer. Squeeze it a little bit. Poke that in. Slide it up. Same thing. Poke it through. Washer. Pin. Slide it up. A lot of times if you were trying to pull it like this, you're going to fight it a lot. Turn it sideways, pull it out. A lot easier. You don't have to fight the thing so much. Alrighty, now I'm going to put these on. Oops, I already put one on there. Same thing. Slide it down, put it over. Now it does look like we are we different heights here? I go, we'll find out. No, I think it's just the way it's looking. But this could be shorter on one. Alright, now if you want to put on a drawbar, here's a drawbar. You will have to spread it out. Okay, there we go. Alright, last thing, put your 2 pins on. And our third link, which is over here. Alright, pull this off, pull this out. I was always going on the top. Okay guys, there you go. Looks pretty good. This is the supplied third link. I recommend welding the bar on because I actually lost it in the lawn one day. And it took me a while. You can see what I mean by this hanging down when you're mowing. I mean, it's not that close to the ground, but it could be an issue. Alright guys, I got the tractor all together, plus the toolbox I showed earlier in the video. It's a sweet looking tractor. Got the ags on it, got the caps. 50-inch deck, got a repower in it, Series 2 KT19, three-point hitch, got the toolbox, got a link for the top here when I put my rototiller on. I'll have to do a video of that someday here and show you how it actually kind of works. I haven't really tried it a lot yet lately. So yeah, pretty sweet. I always shut the gas off. Just gotta clean it up. I got some grease on it. You see it on my good sticker here. That's gonna stay there forever. Oh, and I gotta hook up my rear lights still. Not a big issue. Alrighty guys, hope you enjoy it. I know it's a long video, like really long, but well worth the watch. Well, I told you guys if you wanted to keep the deck up while you're using it, just put the cam lock all the way down and the deck will still up. It's as low as that's going to go. If it was me personally, I would just take the deck off and leave the deck hanger because the deck's going to get in the way so much. But and if you're going to use the tractor for I don't know. I mean, I was using it for the lawn sweeper today, and that drawbar, it's just not going to work. It doesn't have enough weight to it to keep it from flopping up. So just keep that in mind, that you're not going to be able to do as much stuff as you're thinking. That's why I put the hitch plate back on, because I actually had to use that whole lawn sweeper around. A cart, it might work okay with the drawbar, but I still don't see it really working that good. You should be picking up something heavy, like my little utility trailer over there. That would work good for it if I got a ball to put in it. But other than that, it's at the moment I haven't really found much for functions with it yet. But see what you guys can figure out, and we'll catch you around. See you later.